Diversity and inclusion matter. Diversity and inclusion is critical. This is not just some kind of fad, or it shouldn't be considered just as a fad. But we're going to talk about today why diversity and inclusion is so important. Specifically, I'm going to give you 3 reasons, and I'm sure there's many different reasons that you can add to it, why you should consider doing it specifically for your sales team. Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist Podcast here on TSE TV on YouTube. I am your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist, and I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, we're going to talk about diversity and inclusion, why it's so important, why your team should be diverse. I mean, I think it's relatively understood right now that we all need to have a diverse team. I mean, just think about it. Imagine you had a box of crayon and the whole box was just like, a little brown or a little green or orange or purple crayons. You want to have some diversity. You want to mix it up, man. You got to paint that rainbow. You got to paint that star. You got to paint the solar system. You need some yellow, some orange, and blues, some black, some green, some white, some pink. You need all the colors. And in that same vein, we're going to talk about it today. My team and I, we took this discussion and we started thinking about it. We're like, well, why don't we pull something together, or what are some of those reasons that are out there that you should be building a diverse team? Like some things off the top, I mean, it's just the right thing to do. And obviously, like the crayon example, you don't want to just be in a box where everybody is exactly the same. So we went ahead and pulled, and there's tons of different stuff, but we figured if you're salespeople, you're probably going to want to see the data. So if you're watching this on TSE TV on YouTube, you'll see the information pop up. We went ahead and pulled some information, and we're going to point out to you 3 reasons, 3 benefits for you building a diverse sales team. This might apply to your whole organization, but since you're sellers and since you're salespeople, we figured you might want to get it from this standpoint. We do have a PDF with this as well, and if you're watching this on TSE TV, you'll see the link pop up here on the screen. We also have it down in the comment area below, the summary, so you can go ahead and click on it there. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, just go ahead and click on the cover art and scroll down. You'll see a link that'll take you back to the website, and you could download this PDF guide. But let's dive into it. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported in 2019 that 86% of sales managers were white. 86% of sales managers were white, and 80% of those in sales occupation were white as well. So now it's not to say that you should feel bad if you're white and you're in sales. No, you're in a great field, man. Continue doing that. However, there's room for more people. There's room for others. The first reason why we saw that why you should have a diverse sales team is simple. It was a 2013 Harvard Business Review. This will help you to better understand our clients. So it's the study showed in 2013 from a Harvard Business Review again that top sellers or organization that sellers share the same ethnicity as their clientele, they had 152% more likely of understanding that person's needs. And we know when it comes to discovery, and we know when it comes towards solving problems, when you can have 2 people put down together from the same culture, from the same ethnicity, there's magic that can happen with that. So, I mean, obviously you don't want to just go pair all your team members off and say, you go for all the Spanish, you go Hispanic or Latinos, you go for all the white, or you go for all the black. You don't want to do that. But there's something to it. Let's give you an example. When I'm talking to a Jamaican, and I'm able to pull out my Jamaican accent, and I'm able to talk to that person and connect about maybe some breadfruit or some rice and peas or some corrigor, some what I'm talking about, right? That connection is able to help to go deeper, and maybe that person is able to then relax a little bit quicker and then go further into their situation or explain something that they probably wouldn't explain it in a way that it probably wouldn't have explained it to someone that doesn't share that same ethnicity or that bond that could come from that. So that's one reason. So if you have a team, maybe sometimes that if the customer wants to connect with somebody that they can feel comfortable with, then do that, because that will help that to discover or get to that need quicker based on that study. Number 2, the second principle is that it improves your employee engagement. It was a Deloitte report that was done in 2015 that companies with diverse teams enjoy better employee engagement, and a Gallup poll in 2018 offered information that companies with engaged employees achieve 4 times the growth of their competitors. 4 times the growth. If your employees are engaged, your employees are enjoying their atmosphere, they're going to grow. So let's think about this. One of my guests talked about this in an upcoming episode. It's like, where's Waldo? If you go into a company and you are Waldo, you're the only person that looks like you, it may be a little challenge to really connect. But if you are able to be a part of a team where you have a diverse team, it helps to have that engagement amongst all of the team members. Everyone could be able to participate. Everyone could feel like they are understood. Everyone could feel like they belong. And sometimes it's not designed that way, but the idea still makes it that it makes it challenging for a seller if they have no one that looks like them or no one that understands them. So disengaged employee cost the organization, based on the study, about $480 billion a year in lost productivity. So $480 billion in lost productivity is what it's costing organizations when you have disengaged employees. So it behooves you to have an organization where you have people that are engaged. They feel like they can be a part of it. They're participating in company activities, company parties, and that this is a family. And I think many of us who are building cultures and building those organizations can reflect on that, can consider that, how important it is to build that family and that culture. It makes such a big difference. But number 3, this is an important one, especially for sales organization. This was done, it says diverse companies outperform their competitors and are 40% more likely to report increase in their market share. 40% more likely. Those same companies are 7% more likely to report capturing new market share. That's pretty interesting, pretty significant. The first part of that, 40% more likely to report increased market shares when you have a diverse team. I mean, and there are many different reasons behind that too. I mean, you have people that can go in different communities or different areas, or just your employees or your company, your clientele are able to find people that they can connect with. And it just looks good when somebody can look at your team and see, wow, this company looks like me. They understand me. They have a diverse team. They have women on their team. They have men on their team. They have Latinos. They have Hispanics. They have black. They have white. They have Asian. They have everyone. It's a collective. This is a good organization. If you can have that, that's going to be important. I'm not telling you that you don't bring somebody on that's not qualified. Of course, you don't bring somebody on that's not qualified. That's not the point I'm trying to get at. You could find people that are qualified, and that's a weak excuse that I hear people say sometimes, that we just can't find qualified people. You mean to tell me out there that you can't find a good qualified person that doesn't look exactly like you? And of course you can. And I think the first thing that needs to come down is that we need to just realize and look at ourselves and ask ourselves those tough questions. Do I have any implicit biases, or are there any things, maybe you don't have any biases, or maybe are there any things in our company's history or the way that the company recruit that is not in a favor of building a diverse team? People want to come work here. And you'll hear one of the episodes that we did with the panel said, ask the employees. So you can ask your employees that are maybe Latino or black or Asian, what can we do to build more diversity? And even ask your white employees, what can we do to build more diversity? You'll be amazed what team members will tell you. You can take all of those advice and apply them. And ask, what can we do to get more female on our team? We need some female sellers. And I can tell you, females, let's not get into the stat in that, but females make some really good sellers. So you want to make sure you get females on your team. Have a good mixture, man. You just go back to the crayon example. When I look at a box of crayon and I can see a lot of different colors and different shapes and different sizes and different people, that's essentially what we're visualizing. So build that diverse team. Get outside of your comfort zone. Maybe go outside your Rolodex. Find people who don't look like you. They could help you tremendously. Those top 3 reasons, again: 1, better understand their client. You'll be able to better understand your clients, or your clients will be able to better understand you. You can know those needs. Number 2 is that you can improve the employee engagement overall. And then number 3 is that it increases your revenue because you have people who are helping you capture more market shares. I hope this is able to help you to get a little bit more understanding of the reasons why you should build a diverse team, the benefits behind it, and how this can help your organization overall. If you have questions, simply let me know. Just email me or connect with me on LinkedIn, Donald C. Kelly. My name popped up there at the bottom of the screen, Donald C. Kelly, or you can see it in my in the notes there. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, just simply go and search Donald C. Kelly on LinkedIn. And if you want to download this, you can go back to the show notes and you can download it as well. There's 3 benefits of building a diverse sales team. We have it there for you as well. Or just go to thesalesevangelist.com/diverse. thesalesevangelist.com/diverse. So multiple ways to get this. As always, I want you to succeed. I want you to find more of those ideal customers. I want you to know what to say when you reach out to them. I want you to close more deals. But most importantly, I want you to go out each and every single day and do big things. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video today. If you enjoyed the content, I ask you to go ahead and hit that like button, that thumbs up in the bottom right-hand corner. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. This way, we'll keep you up to date with all the latest sales strategies, latest tools, and things that are going to help you to not only find more prospects, but to close more deals. Thanks so much.